Hello everyone. Hello and welcome back to Black Shadow Incorporated. Yes folks, I do welcome you back. I am of course the Black Shadow himself, and yeah, I hope everyone's enjoyed a few days away on holiday, if you will. I'll get to it, explain in a couple of seconds. Yes, first of all, I suppose I should really start with saying I hope everyone enjoyed the end of the San Andreas LP. As it usually is, it's always a shame to bring an end to LP. It's such great games as well, but it was a lot of fun, and unfortunately, all good things must come to an end, don't they, folks? Since then, I've just had to I've had a few things I've had to sort out on my own end of things, which is just how it is. I've had a few issues, with a few things I needed to get sorted out, which I couldn't really do in the midst of recording. I've also had another small bout of not being particularly well. I'm going through a bit of a dodgy patch here at the moment, which isn't too great. I've only been back on my feet since yesterday, Tuesday. We're all right. We're just been recouping, basically. One of those things, isn't it? As I said, we've had a few days away. It's like any good marriage, isn't it, folks? Sometimes you just need a couple of days away to yourself just to do your own things. Otherwise, you lose all sanity. I'm hoping someone here is going to at least agree with me on that, but I'm going to feel a bit dodgy and a bit uncomfortable. Anyways, let's get back on the business, folks, as to why we're here. Obviously, with the end of San Andreas and been a few days, it's getting back up to speed as to how things stand, basically, folks. Obviously, we finished San Andreas, but we're still in the middle of an LP, the Team Lard run of Hogs of War, which that is obviously the first priority to get that finished, folks. So we've made pretty good progress on that. I do hope to be resuming recording on that in the next day or two. There should certainly be something up and resumption of that before the weekend, which would be good. The only other thing as well, obviously, now San Andreas over, is we need to know, well, what's going on in its place. Because Hogs War we've only got one session of that left to do anyway, so after that, we've got a completely blank sheet again, which is good. Obviously, we've got a couple of LPs that are out and waiting at the moment, folks. As has been mentioned, and as people are looking forward to, as am I, is obviously Resident Evil 4, which will be good to get that done. We have a timescale on when that will probably be now. We'll be looking to start that probably June, July-ish. I'm looking some point in the midst of, around then is when it's probably going to get cracking on with. Should the plans that I have in place, go to plan. Which, I mean, they don't always, but we'll certainly give it a good try. They should be alright. So what the plan of action is going to be at the moment is that gives us still a couple of months in between to do some bits and pieces. We have another LP, of course, which I've been wanting to do for about a year now, but haven't been able to yet. We've had other things going onwards, and that is Final Fantasy X. Which is the next RPG I said we'd be taking on. Fantastic game. I always thought it was a bit underrated, to be fair. It was the first one to grace the new next generation, as it will, in the PS2. And it was quite a radical game, quite a radical. Made a lot of different radical changes. But no, I think it's a fantastic game, and it should be a lot of fun to LP. I don't think it's going to be the longest LP in the world, actually, because you can get dragged into doing lots of stuff on it. But a lot of that stuff, I wouldn't have to show. A lot of that would be off-screen stuff, so there's uses in that, I suppose. So that'll be good. So I don't think the LP itself will be really, really, really long, like one or two LPs that we've had on this channel. Obviously we'll be having that on one. We've also been looking, obviously, with having other LPs on the side, going along with Final Fantasy, because of course RPGs, you know, is not everyone's you know, particular taste of tea. We'll go with that. It doesn't rhyme. It's two T's. So what we're looking at is well, we got a couple. Well, there's one game in particular, which will be the first one we'll be getting cracking on with, which is going to be the Getaway Black Monday, which I have been keeping under wraps. I really do want to get on with that, because we've done the first game. I was really surprised in how well received it was. And the length of it's about right, actually, if you think going into the start of... I don't want to do too long a game. Because if I do too long a game, then that just pushes back everything else further. So the timing on that is going to be about right for Resident Evil. By the time we finish that, hopefully, fingers crossed, of course, folks, Resident Evil 4 will more or less be ready to go. Fingers crossed. So that's going to be the basic plan of that, and then when Black Monday is finished, we'll still be way into the midst of Final Fantasy X, and then Resident Evil 4 should be beginning to crack on, and that will be a quite a big LP, you know, in a lot of ways for this channel. You know, it's a, you know, regardless of how well received the game was, I mean, just what it is and what it will actually mean in regards to the channel, you know, it is quite a lot. So yeah, so that's how we're going to be running on. So I say, I hope everyone's enjoyed their little bit of time away. Not having to worry. I say we'll be cracking on again in the next day or two. I'm hoping tomorrow I get some time to do some recording. I'll have to see. You know, I'm still not 100%. So we'll see how we go. If not tomorrow, then we will certainly be Friday, unless something happens and I die or something, which would obviously not be great. So I'm going to thank you guys all very much for listening on and welcoming you back again to the channel. And I will catch you in a couple of days, hopefully, back in Socialasia, where we'll be campaigning to take back well, basically the world from the evil Brits. I can't say that. God damn it. Well, you know what I mean, folks. We'll be coming there. And if not, like I say, then hopefully the next couple of LPs we've got in the works in the next couple of weeks or so will hopefully take your fancy. At least give it a try, folks. Come on. So thank you guys very much for listening onwards, and yeah, I'll catch you in a couple of days. I'm gonna go and get better because I need to. Cheers. I'll see you then.